Let me take a picture of you in there.
Yeah.
All right. I will pull a still from my editor. Go ahead. I got it. I got the picture.
You did?
Yeah, I sure did. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it again. How far are you going to go away? Right there. Too close. You want me to snapshot as you jump in there?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Ching. I got it. I'll have to show you when we get back to the computer. This coffee tastes better when you sip it through the woods on these nice, wonderful trails.
Well, it's about the same, but
About
it's
the
still
same?
good.
Well, I imagine it tastes better. Are we going straight or turning right?
The way that takes us home.
The way that
Either-
takes us
either
home.
way takes us
Either
home.
way is home.
Which one is the quick way?
They're about the same. Let's go this way. All right, now we have 3 options: right, straight, or left.
Which way is the quicker way?
They're all about the same. Actually, the one going to the right's further away. Let's go this way. We have to clear these logs anyway. And by we, I mean Daddy. Yeah, huh? That's right.
Look, I'm holding the coffee for you.
Yeah, Mama's holding the coffee for me, even though she's the only one drinking it. You want to throw this one in the woods, or you want to throw the bottom one? Throw the bottom one? Okay. Let me get this one out of the tree. All right, go ahead. Oh. I bet you can't get all that moved before I get up there. Said I bet you can't get all that moved before I get up there. What'd you say?
You're basically up here.
Basically up here. Whoa. You got it? I think we should switch in just a few minutes to where you get the camera and I get to walk. What do you think? You on the camera now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Record me. Or whatever you want to record.
So, we're just going this way, is it?
Hey,
Say
remember they're
cheese.
watching through a TV or a screen, so if you shake them up, whoa! If you shake the camera, they think they're gonna fall off the boat.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
That's with that.
Did you get the picture?
No, I didn't even take a picture.
What are you taking, a video?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
fine.
filming. I want to take a picture though.
Well, we'll take some pictures in a few minutes. Look at this big old tree. Think we can get it moved?
Yeah, that is what I was talking about earlier. Boom.
Film.
Yes.
So when the screen goes black, what do I click the red button again to see it?
No, just tap the back of the screen.
Oh, there we go.
Walking in the forest, walking in the forest. Bad news.
You gotta climb over this thing.
Why? Come on. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna hope.
You wanna go for a ride? You wanna go for a ride, Mom? Hold on. You know that part in Star Wars? What is the one where they're in the jungle with the... Oh, buddy, you shouldn't be walking underneath there. Star Wars. Is it Empire Strikes Back where they're... Oh, I heard some cracking. Let's get down.
You talking about the one that has like Jar Jar or whatever his name is?
Oh, the one where they're... This is driving me nuts. Those the little fuzzy guys. Not Wookiees. What are those called? I don't know. I'm driving myself nuts thinking about it.
I know what you're talking about, the little bear-looking creatures, the little small ones.
I
Yeah.
nearly fell.
Well, Tyler, we need to be on this side so we can move it over there. Whoa, watch out. still sticking out a little bit over here, but at least we can get through here with the Jeep.
What's this?
That looks like trash.
Huh?
So that looks like trash.
It's a cap of some sort, isn't it? That's a
a
mushroom.
Cool mushroom. It might be Christmas.
Put the head back on. Like, I didn't rip that off.
You saw nothing.
All right. Maybe our future Christmas tree is right here.
Why do you say that?
Because maybe we should do a real Christmas tree every single year. Start a new tradition. You know, Papa, when I was a kid, Papa used to do a real Christmas tree every year.
So does Kevin off of Home Alone.
So does Kevin off of Home Alone. I mean, good
It's
company.
official. We have to do it.
So that one,
Which one?
if we top this one, it'll be like this year's Charlie Brown tree.
I mean, it looks better than a Charlie Brown tree to me, but I'll take it.
That's a thin one. Let's see if there's a different one up here. That one's more of a Charlie Brown tree.
Charlie Brown tree had like 3 leaves on it or something silly like that. Like needles or whatever.
It's not leaves.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm okay with that one though. Like, we're gonna have to keep it simple because I don't think we're gonna find the Christmas ornaments this year.
Moss is one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Look at this. There's 2 different kinds. So this one has a bunch of fuzzies. So this one looks like one looks like a dog tail. Look at that. Doesn't it look like a dog tail?
I got the roof it too, baby.
So there's a dog tail moss fuzzy. I don't know what this is. We need to do a better job learning what these are. So that's what this one is. It's called dog tail fuzzyitis. Dog tail fuzzyitis.
Itis means it's infected.
Well, yeah, it's infected with dog tails and they're all fuzzy. Makes sense to me.
Moving on.
All right, well, what about this one, Tyler? Okay, this one is 1970s shag. Let me bring you in closer for some of this 1970s shag. Oh, yeah. Some of you guys, some of you bad mamma jammas from the 70s know that this carpet was a thing.
So what about this sage color?
I'm from the 80s, the dangerous 80s. What do you think about the 80s, kiddo?
What?
Things were pretty wild in the 80s, right?
What about this?
All right, this one is
That's like bathroom color.
cabbage colored sea foam mossy moss that the dog just sniffed. I have no idea what that is. All right, let's go back on the trailhead.
What's a trailhead?
Trail.
But trails don't have heads.
Trailhead is kind of the start of the trail. Like a river has a mouth. You know, a river can have a mouth even though it doesn't eat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come this way, kiddo. To the bat cave.
Here, you can record now.
Man, that wasn't long at all.
Your track going that way. They're coming. They're coming right through the main trail.
What's it gonna happen? You meant like a real deer is coming through.
No, not right now, but they're coming through the main trail.
They won't be coming through at this moment.
No, this is our deer protection device. Deer are safe around Tyler Cave. So this way, this is good actually to look at this because I was curious how much this would fill up.
Isn't this where like you couldn't pass from all the stuff growing over at one point? Like the cave in?
Yeah, we cleared a bunch of the overgrowth that just came in from the sides. There's always the trail here, but like you can see the ruts in the ground, but you like had to crawl through it with, you know. So we cleared it out. But we still have to do irrigation work through here. Not irrigation, but basically I want to take all the trails and crown them. put a ditch on either side so that the high side's always in the middle, and have a spot for water to go.
All right, let's start heading back. Oh, you just got soaking wet. You're freezing now, aren't you?
He's a dog. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Go back. December 12th, 2024. We got electricity installed today. Let me make my way back here. And there you go, electricity installed. They came early this morning, and one thing that I don't like about the camper being in the shop is a lack of perception to reality, lack of knowing what time it is, because there's no lights in the shop and the shop is completely shaded. There are 6 windows in there, all on one side, but with the tinted windows and the windows all being on the other side of the shop, you just can't really tell, like when the sun's up, you can't really look outside and determine what time it is very easily. So I slept in. It was like 8 o'clock this morning. I woke up 8 o'clock. Wow, it was great. And then looked at my watch. What is that sound? All I hear is the generator and an excavator. I hear an excavator. So they showed up, and I wasn't expecting them until tomorrow, but they trenched in from the pad mount transformer all the way to the meter base, the second meter base that I had to install. So this is like the third one that I actually had to purchase. On our in-between property, there was a meter base on the electric pole drop where the previous home was plugged into. It was a spot where a mobile home used to be. There was a meter base there, but the cover was nowhere to be found, and I could not find this cover. They would not hook up our power until I found the cover. Driving me nuts. I spent several days on the property looking for the cover. So I purchased another one on Amazon, or I forget exactly where I purchased it. I purchased another one, got it home, opened it up, and then I looked through the weeds underneath, right underneath where the meter base was, all grown up and crap, and I thought I looked under it quite well, and there's the cover. It's like, all right, well, I'll probably be able to use this meter base later. Then put it in storage. Forgot all about it, and then this happens, so I need to buy a meter base for this. Well, the guy who did the building install, I said, hey, you want a last minute job for electrical, just to hurry things along? He's like, sure, what do you want? And I told him I just need the meter base installed and a 200 amp panel installed on the inside. It's like, yeah, no problem. So I give him the diagram for what materials are needed for him to order the materials for me to go pick them up. I pick them up, come back, he installs it, everything's good. Electric company comes to measure off how many feet for this underground service, and they say, oh, that universal meter base that you installed, we can't use the universal meter base because these 4-aught wires are too hard to bend, and there's just no way that these guys can hook that up. You're going to need not a universal meter base, but a underground service meter base with side post terminals. Oh, okay. So then I went and bought another meter base, the third one for this whole endeavor, and I swapped it out and put that meter base on a couple days ago. I goofed up and I cut too large of a knockout hole. I measured the knockout hole on a different panel, assuming that there's some type of standard for maximum size. Nope, that's not the case. So I was like, oh, it's the largest one of these knockouts. So then I go to the bigger box that's installed on the wall and I knock them out. And then I put my my conduit nut adapter thingy up into the hole, and it's just like it's a full inch too big. What the heck am I doing? So I learned right then and there that there's these things called knockout reducer washers, and that's what I had to do for that. I was panicking on that because I was like, oh crap, I don't know much about, I understand how electricity works, I understand how to install electricity safely, and I know how to run new circuits inside, install circuit breakers, but the larger hardware for like meter base and the panel and whatnot, I don't know what exact specifics to buy. So I was thinking, oh man, I didn't know that these knockout reducer washers existed. So I'm like, oh crap, I gotta buy a fourth panel, right? No, turns out that these $2.99 washers exist. So I got that installed, and finally today they came and hooked up. So I don't know if you can see, there's my reducer washers. That was a big oopsie and a learning experience. Whoa! Learning experience for me. Speaking of learning experience, I had them dig the hole. I had the septic guys, I hired them to do a little bit extra, and I had them dig the hole for the electricity because I was responsible from the meter down 3 feet into the ground and then a 90-degree sweep. So I had them dig a hole, and I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was like, it's probably not going to be too long for electricity, so it'll be okay. Well, it was like 2 or 3 weeks. So then I started to get some erosion and washout underneath the slab. It came in a good foot underneath the slab and just fell down. All that sand getting wet. I was like, oh crap. So for the foreseeable future, I'm going to come out here every now and then and use my post hole tamp to push material in under the slab and just keep tamping it in there and getting it compressed and compressed and compressed as much as I can. So that was an oopsie. And this is one heck of a long introduction to what I'm doing today. Today, because we have electricity, I'm going to go get some electricity supplies to set up a few circuits inside. I got to set up a L530R receptacle for the camper outlet, because I chopped off the original 30 amp camper plug, the male end that was on the camper cord, so that I could put an L530R, L530 whatever it is, receptacle or plug, oh man, I'm butchering this, plug on the end of that wire so I could plug it into the generator, so I could bypass the generator's GFCI outlets, which was giving me a fit. Anyway, whew, I gotta get some stuff done. But wait, there's more. I spread out a bunch of this gravel. You guys remember that gravel pile that was over there for a few months? I don't think I was actually ready for it because this was still a little bit too soft. I'm gonna lose a lot of this gravel down into this sand, but had to do something. There's just no way around it. I had to do something. The days of parking way down in the driveway and walking through the mud into the shop, we've got to move on. If it means losing a little bit of this gravel to sinking down, that's okay. We just got to move on and get going. Are you ready? Are you ready to start the day? At like noon?
Kinda.
Kinda.